What's going on, gentlemen? It's me again, Truck. What's going on? What's happening? I haven't posted in a while. Been into doing some things. I had to take care of some things. I apologize, but God bless you. I love you guys. Um, Today I just want to talk briefly about shotgun love, man. I'm telling you, these are my thoughts on a shotgun. I have a Mossberg 500, and I'm probably gonna buy a Shockwave probably this week. And here's why. Shotgun is probably the most versatile weapon that you can own. And you can use a shotgun to shoot rabbit with number 8 shot. You can shoot birds with number 8 shot. You can literally shoot and kill an elephant with a savage slug. You can literally kill any land animal, anything in between a bird and an elephant. Right now, this Mossberg 500 is the same one that I've had since probably, I have to check my receipts. I probably bought this in '91. Right now, of course, I had sold it to one of my boys for maybe 2 years, and then I bought it back when he bought like a really nice shotgun. So he said, "You want to buy it back?" I said, "Yeah, I'll take it back." So I bought it back for $75. Right. So I think 150. Right. So I got my shotgun back. I had sold it because one time I was going through some difficult times, and I needed, some quick cash, $150. We did it legally, of course, because we got licenses. So, um, and a shotgun. We nicknamed my shotgun crowd pleaser. I don't know, some of you guys are younger. You were probably born in the '90s. Well, of course, by the time I was in the '90s, I was in my 20s. Um, the reason why we called it a crowd pleaser because in the '80s there was these sodas like Pepsi and what was it, Coca-Cola, that were like, how you have your 2 liter sodas. Well, they had 4 liter sodas. They were called crowd pleasers. They were huge, right? So, and the reason why we started nicknaming a shotgun a crowd pleaser is because it was more enough to the crowd. Now, the police always nicknamed shotguns riot guns because they realized that the pellets, if you 50 yards away and you shoot double eye buck or some bird shot into a crowd, it's going to hit a whole lot of people. It's just not going to hit one person. It's probably going to hit about 4 or 5 people, and that's why we nicknamed it the crowd pleaser, because when jokers used to bunch up on you, you had enough to please the crowd. It was a line that Rakim, Eric B. and Rakim on one of the records that something about we can rock the crowd or something like that. So that's why we started nicknaming that, and it was very effective. I had a story about I told you guys about a story. I was bouncing with a friend of mine that actually sold the shotgun to. Um, we were bouncing the club. Chubb Rock was going to be there at the club or whatnot, and we had some young bucks that were out there acting crazy, and of course, when they were all running to their cars to get weapons and so on and so forth, I ran to my car to get my shotgun, my crowd pleaser, out of the trunk. Because it's an intimidating weapon. It's very loud at the range. You guys that know, if you're taking your shotgun to the range, you shot some double eye bucks, some hot loads, or a slug. It is the loudest gun in the range. It will make people jump when you shoot it. Uh, Other than its 500 Smith and Wesson, I've never heard a gun louder than a shotgun with a slug in it. It's very intimidating. It's a very powerful gun. You can shoot out to 60 yards with was it a double eye buck? It's not going to be, it's going to be, the pattern's going to be huge, but it's still affected out to 50, 60 yards, which is well enough, uh, you know, more than capable to protect your home. Even though the pattern, it's not like the movies. The pattern isn't that wide, within 7 yards, but it's enough. You know, if you put especially if you have like a shockwave, you put like a little laser on it. Um, it'll make it very effective because at least you know where the barrel's pointing the hole without raising the rifle up to your face or midway to chin or wherever you're going to do it, if you put a side with saddle laser on that shotgun, is very effective. Even though like this Mossberg right here, I have a couple pistol grips for it. I changed the furniture out. When I first bought the shotgun, it was all wood furniture. So I've got multiple like parts for it. Um, so even with a pistol grip, my I was able to shoot very well, effectively from the hip at a target because I practice a lot with it, and it's also very cheap to shoot. That's when if you buy a bird shot, of course, it's less expensive to shoot than a handgun. So when I was younger, when I wanted to have some boom fun, I would take my shotgun to the range with some bird shot, and I pepper up that target. Look like Swiss cheese, right? And of course, the follower always leaves that big knot hole. I love that, right? But shotguns are very good. You see, with all this pandemic rush on the gun stores and everything, and you see, um, if you go to the gun store today, you'll see AR-15s. They may not be like the top level AR-15s, but you will see them, and then also you'll see that a lot of shotguns are sold out, or the shotguns that you see in the range nowadays, or the gun stores nowadays, they're like lower level. Like even though Stevens is a good shotgun, they're not comparison to Remington or Mossberg, right, or Benelli or some of the other shotgun platforms. So, but you see that America is right now. Everybody seems to be buying shotguns and handguns, 9 millimeters specifically, for home protection. A lot of people aren't buying AR-15s. Most of the people that I know, as you guys know, I'm black. The black community has increased its gun ownership by 58%. It's probably going to peak to about 75% this year. Um, Ammunition shortage, of course, is horrible, ain't it, y'all? I mean, I've always kept a significant amount of ammunition on hand, right? But now I get because a lot of my black friends, black men and female friends, they're out there in the process buying their guns, getting their permits in Jersey, or in Philadelphia, to carry or to have it in their home, and the biggest problem that I'm finding that they're running into is the ability to secure enough ammunition. Um, Boxes of wolf ammo, the garbage. I mean, it's good practice ammo, but it's dirty as I don't know what, man. I have a Glock, man, and I'm telling you, I bought maybe 300 rounds of wolf ammunition, and just because I wanted to shoot cheap, I wanted to fly some hot ones down the range, and without worried about spinning a grip on it. So I bought some, and man, when I brought that thing back home, man, the powder on it's like spray paint. It literally spray paints the chamber and the barrel and everywhere. It's like that powder is all over the gun, man. You gotta take like was Barristol or some gun scrub and a toothpaste. You really have to scrub your gun after you take. Most Glocks. Most of the time with my Glock, I might not clean my gun maybe 2-3 times with regular like white box Winchester or American Eagle Federal, right? But no, with that stuff, you better clean that gun. Even though we know Glocks can handle anything, right? Well, you better clean that thing up. But now that same box of Wolf that I would buy for $8.99 a box for around 50 rounds, they're asking $49 a box. They're asking $32 a box. They're asking $15 a box. They are taking advantage of these new gun owners badly. I mean, it is bad, man. I mean, daily people call me up, Scott. I need some ammo. I need some ammo. I said, okay, let me research. Of course, I know how to research ammo. You guys do too. It's your gun guys. And I go to ammoseek.com, or I go to the federal website. Sometimes they have some stuff available. A friend of mine was actually lucky enough to secure about 250 rounds of ammo directly from federal. Which was Man, he just happened to go to their website and they had it available. Now it took a month and a half for them to ship it to him for him to get it, but he got it. Right. Another friend of mine, she is a gun guru now. She okay. A friend of mine, she's a new gun owner. She just bought her first gun back in July. Don't you know she goes to the range every single day, right? She is not just got a 9 millimeter now. She has a 22, Glock 22, right? I think the designation number is a 40 something, 42 or something like that. She has that. She she has a shotgun. So she's got, not only does she has those things, but she's done her due diligence and has amassed over 1,000 rounds of ammo for her 9 millimeter and uh, almost 400, 500 rounds for her shotgun. I've double our buck. Now you talking about somebody really work hard at this time, and she finds good deals on ammo. She's up day and night trying to find ammo. She's stockpiling her stuff because, like you and I, we both see all the civil unrest. We see all the potential of a civil war and a race war, so-called race war, whatever. And so she's stockpiling. I'm so proud of her. She's one of my best students. I've taught a lot of people how to shoot over the years, and I've encouraged a lot of people to own their guns responsibly. And guess what, man? She even got a gun safe. Yes, most of the people that I know that call me up sometimes on the weekend. Oh man, you guys wonder? Oh man, I'm telling you, man. On the weekends, on Saturday, Friday, and Saturday, when people get paid, man, my phone is off the rings off the hook. So one of the reasons why I can't even concentrate to make a video is because I get so many phone calls from people, new gun owners, that are standing in line at the gun store or at the counter at the gun store and they don't know what to buy. They don't know exactly what's a good firearm. They don't understand any of the things, especially the women, of course, because they're kind of afraid of the gun, but they realize the necessity of it now. Thank God. It is every Saturday. I mean, I'd be on the phone for hours on Saturday, hours on Friday, and then during the week, maybe I might get two, three phone calls during the week about purchasing guns. You know what I'm saying? So, it's rough, man. But I love it. I love the fact that black people now are buying more guns, and thankfully, even though I know they'll still vote Democrat, when the Democrats get in office, hopefully they'll say, hey, look, when they bring up all this dumb gun legislation, that they'll say no, don't do it. Because one, in the state of New Jersey, a lot of my friends from high school and just other friends that are buying guns now, they're starting to realize how difficult it is to buy a gun and how the Democrats have basically uh, slowed down the process or made it almost virtually impossible for them to buy a gun. Now they see the frustrations. Um, I've had friends that have been waiting for their what's called a license, a permit to purchase in the state of New Jersey for your home and a firearms identification card in the home. Some people have waited up to 6 months, others for 3 months when the law says 45 days is the max. There's some communities in New Jersey where where the applications for those permits have gone up 500%. 500. These are black communities. Talking about black communities, they've gone up 500%. So, with that being said, there's a run. There's been a run on ammo. There's been a run on guns. You could buy a 9 millimeter in my region, like the Northeast, like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, in Delaware. You could buy a 9 millimeter, but the problem is where are you going to find ammo? So even in the gun stores, they're restricting one box at a time. So a couple friends of mine, they bought memberships to the gun range. And what they do, because you go to the, you go shooting at the gun range, you're allowed to buy a box of ammunition. So they'll go in because they pay for the whole year, and they'll literally buy a box of ammo, go and shoot 10 rounds, and walk out. So that's how a few of my friends amassed over 1,500 rounds of decent ammo. Because the boxes that are being sold at this particular range or a couple other particular ranges are pretty decent ammos. It's like Federal or I forgot the other brand that they had. But but you have to be wise and find out what what's best for you. Also, I bought some two-way radio, two of them, by Bofang. I'll be doing a video on that shortly. I don't know if I went into details with it on my previous video, but I pray all is well with you guys during these very difficult times, very stressful times, right? Um, and I pray that your health and strength as well, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. I love you. We'll talk to you later. Peace.